Yeah, good morning students, very good morning. So today what we will discuss means the basic concepts in the number system for both class 9 and 10, not only about for class 9 and 10, for 7th and 8th, whatever the number system, what are there, what are the types of number, so how the numbers can be classified. So these things we discuss elaborately. Okay, so first in number systems, you have already know that in lower classes you have studied eighth natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational and irrational number, and combinational real numbers. All these things are there. So what is that? How it will be classified? Because when you are entering 10th standard, some students don't know the basic concepts. So that we will discuss clearly in this video. Okay, so first thing you have to know about the natural numbers. What is meaning of natural numbers? Okay, so the natural number basically it starts from 1 to infinity. So all the counting numbers, so the counting numbers are called as a natural number. So counting numbers are natural numbers. So the counting numbers, what are all the numbers started from? We can do it as a from 1 2 3 up to infinity. All the numbers we take it as a natural numbers. So the numbers 1 2 3 up to continuously up to etc. So all those numbers are called as a etc. are called natural numbers. Okay, so the positive numbers, what are the positive numbers? We call it as a natural numbers. N is equal to 1 2 3 4 like that. So the natural numbers always be denoted by n. So it is denoted by n. So the alphabet, the natural numbers we denoted by n. Okay, so the natural numbers means the counting numbers, the positive counting numbers. So the numbers 1 2 3 4 up to infinity are all the numbers we call it as a natural number. So the natural number we denote by the letter alphabet n. So n is equal to 1 2 3 4. Okay, so we can write it in number line also. So the natural number means 1 2 3 4 like that continuously it will go. This is first type. So we can write just types of numbers. Types of numbers. The next thing you have to know is whole numbers. What is whole numbers? Okay, so along with the natural numbers, if the zero included means that is called as a whole number, or we can tell it as from 0 to infinity all the numbers we call it as a whole numbers. So all natural numbers, so anyhow all natural numbers will come along with the natural numbers on 0. So along with 0, okay, so is whole numbers. Okay, so the natural, it is denoted by the alphabet W. So it is denoted by the alphabet we call it as a W. So W, so the natural number 1 2 3 4 up to infinity. So it starts from 0 0 1 2 3 4 up to infinity. So natural number starts from 1 to infinity, and whole numbers including 0 with the natural number we call it as a whole numbers. So 0 to up to infinity we call it as a whole numbers. And in a number line we can plot it like this: from 0 1 2 3 up to infinity we call it as a whole numbers. Next basic thing you have to know is integers. Integers. So all the whole numbers, already we have taken that all the whole numbers including with the negative numbers we call it as a integers. So all whole numbers along with negative numbers. Okay, so the negative numbers are negative natural numbers particularly, because integer means only it will come negative natural numbers. So negative natural numbers are integers. Okay, so it is denoted by the alphabet Z. So it is denoted by the alphabet Z. So how we can write Z is equal to from negative numbers. So for example from minus infinity, so minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2 up to infinity all the numbers. So from the negative numbers, 0 and positive numbers. So all the numbers will come in the integers. So in integers means, so it will come -2, -1, 0, 1, 2 up to all the numbers it will be come in the integers. Okay, so first natural numbers, all the natural numbers will be included in whole numbers and including with 0. All the whole numbers including with the negative natural numbers we call it as a integers. Next, rational numbers. Okay, so what is meaning of rational number? So a number you have to write, it is in the form of a p by q. So p by q in the form you have to tell me, that is called as a rational number. So a number is called a rational number if it can be written in the form of p by q. Okay, so it is in the form of a fraction or it is in the form of a p by q. Okay, so the q denominator is p is numerator and q is denominator, and the q is not equal to 0. This denominator not want to be equal to 0, because if denominator is 0 means this value will become not defined. So the denominator value is not equal to 0. So example we can take it as 2 by 3 and 1 by 4 and 3 by 5. So we can take this one as a rational numbers. So natural numbers will be included whole numbers, and whole numbers will be included as integers, and integers here rational number. Rational number means it is in the form of a p by q, and p by q and denominator not want to be equal to 0. This is called as a rational number. Next we will see as a irrational number. So irrational number. So irrational number means it is not in the form of a p by q. Okay, not in the form of p by q. Okay, so same, the q not equal to 0. The collection of all irrational numbers. So irrational number it will denoted as a q. So it is denoted by q. So the irrational number, example we can take it as √2 or √3, pi, 3 minus √2, so etc. We can write it as a irrational number. Okay, so now whatever I told, the rational number, irrational number, all these will be included here in real numbers. So what is meaning of real numbers? So the collection of rational and irrational number, collection of rational and irrational number, so together form a new collection, known as real numbers. So all the rational number and irrational number, so together we take it as a irrational, because all these irrational and whatever you take in rational, all the numbers we can take it as a real number. So whatever number we can plot it in a number line, so all this number we take it as a real number. Okay, so every point in a number line, okay, every point in a number line is called as a real number. Okay, so whatever number we take it on the number line, we call it as a real number. So these are all the basic. Okay, so in 10th standard and 9th standard we will see what is real number. So before going to real numbers, you have to know what is natural number and what is whole number, integers, rational number and irrational number, because all this collection rational and irrational number will be come under the real numbers. So this is a basic concept. And other than that, we have to know that the prime number and composite number, all the students have know that even number and odd number. Even number means 2, 4, 6 and 8, and odd number means 1, 3, 5, 7, all the numbers will come. So even numbers means 2, 4, 6, 8, like that will come. And odd numbers means 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. These are called as odd numbers. And next thing you have to know is what is prime number and what is composite number. Okay, so this here also some students have doubt. So prime number means, so the number divided by 1, number divided by 1 and same number itself. So this is called as a prime number. So number divided by 1 and same number itself, so is called as a prime number. Or we can tell it as it having only two factors. Only two factors. That number want to have only two factors. So example, we can take it as 5, 11, 17 and 19. So if you take these numbers, the 5 will be divided by only 1 and 5. It won't be divided by other number. At the same time, if I am taking 19, so the 19 will be divided by 1 and by 19. It won't divide by other numbers. So 17 also 1 and 17. So the number divided by 1 and same number itself. So the particular number divided by 1 and the same number. That is called a prime number. Or it is having only two factors. If you take 5, it is have two factors. And 19, it is have two factors. And 23, 29 and 37. So all these numbers are called prime numbers. So this number will be divided by 1 and the same number. And these two number having only how many factors? Only two factors this number will have. That is called as a prime numbers. So we can take other than all the prime numbers, we call it as a composite number. So we can write it as, so composite numbers. So other than prime number, other than prime numbers are called composite numbers, are having more than two factors. So the particular number having more than two factors. So more than two factors are called composite number. So we can take it as example. So 6, 9, 10, 18, 15 continuously. So for example, for 6 how many factors will be there? 1, 2, 3, 6. So that number, it won't come divided by 1 and 6 only. It will be divided by other numbers also. For example, 2 and 3 here. So the here is having more than two factors. In particular number here having 1 and 5. But here it will be divided by 1, 2, 3 and 6. And if I taken here, it will be divided by 1, 3 and 9. And here if I taken here means 15 will be divided by 1, 3, 5 and 15. So the particular number, it is having more than two factors or other than prime numbers, we call it as a composite number. Okay, these two concepts are very important because still in 9th and 10th, some students are struggling what is prime number and composite number. So you have to be clear what is prime number and what is composite number. Okay, other than that, if you move to 9th and 10th, these concepts only basic for number system. So the number system, if you go into 9th, 10th, and not for only for 9th and 10th, 8th, 7th also, this basic concept you have to know about the number systems. So hereafter in upcoming video, what are the concepts needed for 9th and 10th, the basic concepts we will see in upcoming video. At the same time, all the NCERT solutions. Okay, so all the NCERT solutions are in my channel playlist, CBSE Max Money, for class 10th, 11th and 12th. All the solutions are briefly explained in Tamil. But hereafter I will explain the basic concepts clearly in English. Okay, at the same time online classes also going for class 10th, 11th and 12th. So daily evening 1 hour the classes are going. So weekly 5 days classes with homework, and every Sunday exams will be there. If you are interested, in thumbnail I have given one number 8610-68483 number. If you are interested, you can attend demo and you can join the classes. So thank you for this video, and forward to your friends. It will be basics. Hereafter daily you will see the basics for class 9th and 10th. It will be very useful for your friends. And forward to your friends and share it and subscribe it. Thank you.